Okay. Okay, friends. All right. So, like I was saying, we're going to do a little bit more of task work today, but I wanted to go over just some of the questions that or like topics that were recommended. And then Sarah and I kind of chatted about a couple of things that might be helpful that I know that have really, really helped me in my business. And it's kind of crazy because in the beginning, guys, I've been in the business for 7 years. In the beginning, I really like built very good relationships with people. And then over time, when host to post hit, I felt like I lost that a little bit. I don't know if any of you felt like that before, just being in the business and like I really built those relationships. Then I kind of got away from it because I was doing like host to post. I was trying to learn all the things. And then I've gotten, I'm loving the 4-1 for the simple fact of I feel like you can focus on building relationships, which is what we should be doing anyway, but it allows you to still win, even if you're getting your one distributor, right? We're not having to worry about getting one and then getting another one, trying to meet your steps, right? Obviously, signing a couple is wonderful, but we only have to really focus on the 4-1. Okay. So, and that's, I felt like it's just like bringing me back to that and grounding me again into being like, okay, like I can really find those people in my friends list and see who I want to ask to be on my team. So a lot of our tasks are going to be around that because I think it's so important when you ask somebody genuinely because you think that they are amazing, right? Like whenever you just find somebody that you really would love to work with and to just say that from your heart like means so much more, right? And I think I'm not like, this is separate from host to post asking, but you know what I'm trying to say. So we're going to focus on that tonight. Okay, so first let me go to the topics that were put in the chat, which was the personal development. And Riley had this one and I loved it because I think it is super important, especially when you're trying to, obviously we're all trying to promote and things like that. And I know she's trying to go double diamond. But honestly, what I felt for me personally, Riley, was that I started journaling all of my fears out because what's happening, I know for me, like I'll do my tasks, but for some reason, if I'm not meeting them, I'm like, okay, something is there that is maybe like not on the forefront of my brain, but really it's just a fear that I have. Maybe it's I'm not going to be able to lead my new DT, right? So try to really dig a little bit deeper, write out, like journal it, but then like sort of write down what it is that you do want, like opposite of that fear. You know what I mean? So instead of like, I'll just give you an example. Like for me, one of my fears is that when a new DT comes on and they like ghost me, I'm just like, okay, what? Like I take so much pride, you guys, and really wanting to help somebody, but I feel like it's me, right? I feel like I did something wrong. So I will write out like, okay, just anything. And it could, and then when I read it, I'm like, some of it sounds so silly because I'm like, Vanessa, those are not true things, right? So we're just so hard on ourselves. But if you journal it, but then write out your fears, but then turn around and write like an I am statement, like I am the best leader, or you know what I'm trying to say, but just like, so turn those fears around into like strong affirmations. That has helped me immensely. Okay. So, and then just a real quick book. Obviously, I think most of us on here are reading Think Like a Monk. I don't know if you finished it or if you're in the middle of it, but I want to give you another book that I actually have on Audible. So when I'm driving, I listen to this book. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. I don't know if you guys have listened to that. If you have, just put it in the chat. But the reason why I chose this book, Riley, was because, again, like whatever your fears are, or whatever it is that you feel like maybe you lack in that you want to grow in, I know for me, I do want to like have better influence, positivity over the people that I'm talking to, right? In a very genuine way. And I feel like I do lack in that. Even though I take pride in that, I want to get better at it, right? I want to master that because I do truly believe that building relationships and making people feel special is huge, right? So this book, you guys, is awesome. It's really old. And an older man is reading it, but so there's like some references that are way before our time, but the principles are still like effective to this day. So that is a book that I'm reading, and I'm a firm believer too in personal development. Focus only on like what it is you want to grow in, because you can get into analysis paralysis. I think Sarah mentioned this one time where you're like reading everything and you're just like, all this information is coming at you, but you're not able to put any of it in place because there's just information overload. Okay, so pick what you want to grow in. Yes, Dale Carnegie. Yep, Shanique, that's the one. It's like a 7-hour listen, but obviously, like if I have to drive my kids far or somewhere, like I can get a good 45 minutes in. So I think I only have like 3 hours left. It is amazing. And I feel like it even is helping me be a better parent. I'm not gonna lie, love it. So I feel like not just for our business, but just building relationships in general. So very good book. And if you guys have any books or podcasts that you are absolutely loving, just drop them in the chat. So this way people have other options, but those are my two: reading Think Like a Monk Before Bed, and then the How to Influence or How to Win Friends or something like that. What is the name of the book? Okay, let me look. Hold on. It's on my phone. Let me write it out. It's called, yeah, it's How to Win Friends and Influence People. And it looks like if you're going to do Audible, this is what it looks like. See how the older guy, and you can kind of hear, watch, it's kind of old. Do you hear that?
Realize in some subtle way that you recognize their,
it's kind of different, right? So it's like older, but it's awesome, you guys. You love, yes, I do too. I have his podcast. Thank you, Quita, for putting that in there. Okay, so put down whatever else you think. And I also have another podcast. Do you guys know who Pastor Craig Rochelle is? He's awesome. He has a great leadership podcast, and he has a great like sermons, and they're short, from his church that he does his sermons, and he puts those on podcasts. So he does have good books too. So just always be feeding something great, right, in your mind, and only spend a little bit of time, but then make sure that whatever it is that you're learning, just putting it to action, because that is truly how, I think Greg Rochelle actually just talked about that. Like whatever we're learning, you know, and doing all this personal development, it's only good if we're applying it, right? So, okay. Does that help, Riley? Where are you, friend? There you are. Okay. I don't like me just on speaker view. Hold on. Can I change it? There we go. That's so much better. I feel like I'm just talking to myself. Okay. All right. And then the second one was from Shanique, and it was, let's see. Okay. What are your go-to everyday steps you take to start your day that you recommend for newbies? I thought this was such a great question. I'm going to read what I wrote down, Shanique, and then anybody else on here, if you've got like a really good tip for her, you can drop it here. I'll read you what I think, Shanique, but these wonderful, amazing women, I'm sure, have amazing tips. So I just wrote for newbies that like, and this is going to obviously pertain to your social media. Okay, so this could be on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is that you're using. Just being thoughtful and intentional with building your relationships. Okay, so what I do is I send messenger birthdays. So I don't know if you've noticed that Facebook will pop up like a notification that you have friends' birthdays that day. That's the first task I do, because I truly believe, like, one, that people love getting messages about like themselves, right? Like, so you're wishing them a happy birthday. It's a great day. And I go into Messenger. I don't even do it on their timeline, because I feel like, one, if they have a bunch of people posting on their timeline, they're not going to see yours. And if, you know, or they will, but I just feel like if they get like 200, I don't know if they'll even see it. So they might just miss it completely. But how wonderful to get a message in their inbox that is you wishing them a happy birthday. So I send them that, gets them in your inbox, but it also allows Facebook to say, hey, you're engaging with this person, right? They're gonna, and then your post will show up for them as well. And watch their stories. Okay, watch their stories and comment on their stories. This is on Instagram and on Facebook. Take about 10 or 15 minutes a day, and this is part of your task anyway. But go on and genuinely ask questions about what people are doing. I think the more that you make it about them, which is what I'm learning in this book that I've shared with you guys, is that people love to just, when you are so focused on them, they're just in awe of you, even though they've talked about themselves. Okay, so So I would say that go to their stories, comment on them, because that's building like a trustworthy relationship right off the bat, right? They're going to say, Shanique is like so sweet and so kind that she reached out to me, asked me about my kids or whatever food I made. And it just leaves an impression. Okay. I also have, okay, I already said that. Okay. And then I put, I promise you what you give is what you'll always get back. Right. So if you're just sending those amazing messages to them and replying to their life and their stories, like they're going to do the same to you. And of course, that's just going to not only build a relationship, but also possibly build a business relationship or a customer relationship, which is awesome because they're going to trust you. And then the last thing is the core four, you guys, plus one. So you know how, is it the core? Yeah, the core four plus one, which is what Amanda Busher teaches, which is just, you guys, the four things that we want to do every single day in addition to host a post. You post, right? You could go to Telegram, you message, whether it's views on your stories or maybe somebody liked your post. You want to make sure that you're reaching out to them. Engaging is literally what we just talked about. Making sure you're building those genuine relationships and then growing your network. Growing your network is so important, you guys. And then obviously the plus one is personal development. So if you can just tackle those four things in just 10-minute increments can just do so much for your business because you're intentionally spending time doing IPAs, which are called income producing activities. Okay, so any time spent on your business, especially if you're a super busy person, you only want to focus on those things because that's what's going to bring you results the fastest and also going to free up time. So, and if you're doing it in 10-minute, no interruptions, you'll be amazed at how much you can get done. Whether, like, let's say if you decide that you're going to do a task, but it takes you literally all day to do it. And now you're feeling like you're rushed and you haven't gotten anything done. If you just say, okay, like I'm going to spend 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, right? And then you're like, realize how much work you got done in such a short amount of time, which turns around for freedom of time eventually, right? So that's kind of what I would say to that, Shanique. If anybody has, like I said, other tips to share with her, just throw them in the chat. I hope that helps. Does that help you? Did that help? Shanique, did that help?
Sorry, I'm trying to unmute myself. Yes, it did. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So, all right. So those were the two things. Obviously, if there's anything else that you want to talk about, we could put it in there. And yes, I agree, Lisa. Just remembering that seeds take time to grow. And I think that's what the growing part is the watering part, right? So those are the compliments, the messages, the building the relationship, because obviously we can't see them in person unless they are like your neighbor or your family member, right? But if it's somebody that's in a different state, like obviously the only way to build a relationship is by going to their page and looking at their stuff and genuinely commenting on it. I've noticed though, by doing that, there's just some people that only share like other posts. Have you guys noticed that? That like if you're like even somebody that maybe you're asking to be a distributor from Host to Push, you're like, oh my gosh, all they do is share like recipes or like, you're like, I don't know. Yes, Queen. Queen, I'm dying. It is sort of annoying. So yeah. Yes, exactly, Lisa. That's so good.
And then I'm like, you better not tell me no because you just all day.
Right, you're posting everything.
Yes.
And what's so funny, Quita, is that I feel like some of them do. And I'm like, girl, you be sharing everything. So I love it. That's so funny. Hi, Bree. I don't know if you just popped on, but hi, friend. Okay. All right. So that was good. That made me laugh. My mother-in-law shares everything. Yes, I don't understand. I'm like, I want to see a picture of you and your family or what you ate or where you going or something. Hi, Bree. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. So do you guys remember how last Zoom, Sarah was talking about like a 30s list? I don't remember. She said she works it like each week, a new list each week. I'm not sure, but she called it the 30s list. For this way, this is like an intentional list that she goes and she finds people that she wants as potential distributors. Okay, so we're just kind of really going to hone in on that, because this is the secret sauce, in my opinion, is literally looking for your people. Because, oh, there's my son at the window trying to distract me. Go on, love you. So it's and like just what we talked about, those people that just share posts, they don't share anything about their life. There's chances are they may not, I don't know, be interested in doing what we do. I don't really know, but I love the people that I can go and see who their family is, right? And see what their interests are. And those are the people that I'm going to write down, because it's going to be hard to get to know somebody that is just sharing recipes. They love food. So, but anyway, okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend a few minutes. So if you've got a notepad or you're using your phone, we're going to go through not 5 tasks. Well, actually, yeah, but I'm going to go through the first one with you guys. And it's really just writing down the qualities you want in someone. And I'm going to give you an example of what I wrote down, because once you know who you want in your business, they're going to stick out to you like a sore thumb. And that person's going to go on your list. And that person's also going to get a message, because it's genuine and from the heart, right? So the qualities that I have that I want in a distributor are somebody with a positive online presence, okay? I just don't know if I could handle a negative Nancy. And I'm not trying to turn anybody to be positive. Like I want to inspire, right? So it just takes a lot of energy to try to change someone. But I'm looking for somebody, when they're posting, they are, it feels like a good vibe. You know what I'm talking about? If somebody's like getting on social media and like after you like read their post, you're like, dang, I like don't feel like good. That's not somebody who I'm going to write down. Right. So positive online presence, a busy mom, even if she's not busy, moms are always busy. Let's just be honest, but you could be a busy woman, right? A career woman, because I was that person. Okay. A mom who's hot mess express, because that's me. I'm not a perfect mom. I'm just all over the place. And I just value when we can be real with each other. Right. So I love moms that write like funny stuff about their kids, or like they're drinking a glass of wine or whatever, that's my jam. So easygoing, hardworking, loves Jesus, right? So those are the kinds of qualities that I would want in somebody. Now, obviously, if there's like an amazing person that's not these things, but they're like super positive, of course, right? That's different. But this is for me looking for them, right? Wait, let me write those people can do more harm. Yes. Lisa, than good to yourself. And I've learned, me too, because you almost like I know for me, it wasn't that I was desperate, but I was also just like thinking I could change someone, and you can't, you honestly cannot. And you're right. It takes more energy and it suffocates you. And then you just don't move anywhere in your business, and it just doesn't help anybody or serve anything, in my opinion. So yeah, I agree. So just spend like a minute or two just writing out those qualities. Maybe you already know what it is, but it's good to think about if you haven't yet. Because when you see some, especially when you're doing host to post, you guys, you're going to have to weed through a lot of people, right? But if you find like a gem that you actually met through post to post, that you're like, OMG, she fits some of these, write them down, right? Because that's the person that you're going to go look at her stories. That's the person you're going to look for her posts. And then that's the person you're eventually going to say, hey girl, like I have been following you for a little bit and I like your style. Like, I think we'd be great together. Right. So and it's so easy to say that stuff when it's true. Right. I just feel like I'm not going to tell somebody that's negative Nancy that she'd be great at this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do that because I don't think that that's true. I mean, maybe they'll change, but I don't know. But okay. So let's do that for a second. And then the next one, I want to show you guys, let me see, what did I write down? Going through friends on Facebook. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this next one, which I kind of we don't really have to spend time on it, but it's just going through your friends list. I think Sarah was even saying, and somebody can put it in here and correct me, but I think she sorts them maybe, or maybe she goes alphabetically. I don't think it really matters. I think it's just a matter of getting your friend in your friends list and going through each person. And what's kind of cool about that is, one, you can probably find one of your people that you're going to want to write down, but you're also going to find people that maybe just you don't really want them in your network anymore, right? Like that happens. It's okay to let someone go that's no longer serving, you're no longer serving them, or they're no longer serving you. But I like doing that because it's so hard for me, you guys, to try to find people with the algorithm. It's almost impossible. Like I was looking the other day at my friends and I'm like, how did I miss these people? Like I never even, like, even when we do like the green light host to post, I had never sent them a message before. And they're like really awesome people that look, that fit some of these qualities. So make sure that you are taking time. Like I said, set your timer for 10 or 15 minutes and go through your friends list and write those names down to get your 30s list, because those are the people that you're going to really engage with. So that's my second like task when it comes to this. Okay. And then I also want to lead with like an example message that I would send somebody. I wrote it, I copied and pasted it into the post in the Diamond Hive, but I'm going to put it here. And what I did is I gave you like one that you could fill in the blanks. And then the example I'll send afterward of like what I would put. And I'll put it here in the chat. But if it's, you can also snag it from the post and you can save it to boards. Okay. So I'm going to do that now, because I think at the end, if we want to spend time doing that, we can, but I wanted to make sure that I set you up with that message. And again, you guys, and this is what I was telling some of my girls, like if the message doesn't sound genuine to you, then don't use it, right? If it's what's working for you, then keep using that, right? I'm a firm believer of just being your authentic self. I don't believe like you should be using word for word of other people's unless it's like pricing or like, right? If it's maybe you're not sure what to say, take their message, but make it into your own, because I think people can feel that, right? And so again, change this up however you want, but this is my example of how I would reach out to somebody that I believe would be so much fun to work with, or that I would love to work with. And oops, oh Vanessa, what are you doing? Hold on, I have to copy and paste it into there real quick. So this is like the little template. I feel like my voice is getting weird. I need to drink more water. Okay. Okay, so message for the girl who you think is bomb, right? Hi, right? You're gonna write her name. How are you? And then put I am, and you're gonna give an emotion. You can say that you're nervous. You could say you're so excited, ecstatic, whatever it is that you're feeling at that moment, put it there, because I think it's so important for people to know like your feelings about them. And if you're nervous, I feel like it gives you a little bit of vulnerability. I've done that before. I'm like, I'm so nervous to ask you this, but I just think you'd be so good. And I think people appreciate that. So if you're nervous, write it, right? And you can say, so I'll give you my message in a second, but I want to reach out to you because I've been building my online business and I think you'd be so good at it. And then list the reason why, right? Because that's going to be it's going to be different for everybody. So if this girl is like super positive and genuine and you like something about her, you write it there, and it's cool because it's tailored to that person, right? And then I always end it with, we would have so much fun together. Obviously, if that is not something that fits you, then don't, but I want to have fun. Like the person that I sign up, you guys, I want to have fun with. Why not? Right? Like I want to just be friends and be able to just laugh and build a business together. And I don't know who said, maybe it was Pam, but she was like, we're just here to have fun. Like, and that's truly what I want. Okay, so that's why I ended it with that. But if it sounds corny to you or doesn't like fit you, then just take it out or put something else in there. And then I just follow it up with is, you may have never thought about doing something like this before, but I would love to introduce you to it and give you some info. What do you think? And you guys, I follow it up with a way out always. And the reason why I do that, I said, if it isn't your thing, that is okay. I don't like to ever pressure anybody to have to answer about, because some people don't want to say no if they're not interested. They like feel like they're going to hurt your feelings. So I always give a people a way out. I feel like it opens up a trust that, okay, I can say like, no, Vanessa, like I don't really like that, but I'm liking that you're saying that because it takes that pressure off of them. Okay. So I do always, in anything that I write to someone, when I'm directly reaching out to them, I always have an out statement. But you guys, it works because they'll say, yeah, I've thought about it. I don't think I'll really be good at it though. They'll say something like that. And then you guys, we know what to say, right? We'll just, I mean, none of us think we're going to be good at it. We all kind of like stink at first, and it's fine. It's fine. Should see some of my first posts that I did. I cringe when I see it. Okay. And then, right. I say, if it isn't your thing, that's okay. And I said, however, if you are open to learning more, I think you would love it. And I always instill that confidence in them because I do think that, because I do think if somebody were to come in because they saw just saw what it could do for them. You guys have heard Mark speak. You've seen our events. You know, our products are bomb, like our new 4-1. It's amazing, right? Like they're going to love it. They're going to love it. So I always end it with, they're going to like it. And even in their products, I'm like, you're going to like it, girl. You're going to love it. I can't wait till you try it because it's true, right? What we have is so special. And I don't ever want to downplay that. I want to like enhance it and be like, this is amazing. And if they don't think it's amazing, it's not for them then, right? It's not the end of the world either. So, okay, now I'm going to give you just a message that I actually filled in the blanks just so it doesn't look kind of weird. Let me go grab it really quickly. There it is. Okay. And I put Sarah's name in there just for the heck of it. So, hi, Sarah. How are you, friend? I'm excited to reach out to you because I've been building my online business and I think you'd be so amazing at it. You are such a genuine person. You are so positive and you are a busy mom like me. I think we'd have so much fun together. And then I go on to the next paragraph, which we already went over. I didn't change anything there. You guys, whenever I send messages like this, I get really great responses. I really do. And they're so nice. Even if a lot of them will say like, I'm just so busy right now, maybe in the future. And you guys, I don't write that off as a bad thing. I think that's amazing. How many times, I know for me, it took me a little bit to join, and always look at your own journey. Like, did it take me a little bit? Did it take them following up with me a few times? So just water the seeds, like Lisa was saying, right? We water them so they grow because again, every 6 months, it feels like someone's life is changing. It may not be for them right now, but what if that relationship that you've been building and in 6 months, they come back to you and are like, I'm ready. Like, I want to sign up. And that does happen all the time, all the time. So that's just an example message. Again, if it's not your thing, you don't have to use it. I just wanted to make sure I gave you like just something to go off of if you needed help. Okay, let's see. I need to drink of water really quick. At least I'm going to be so dehydrated tomorrow for our workout. So I'm not even joking. Just so you guys know, side note, Lisa and I have been getting our booties handed to us by our workout trainer. So we're going again tomorrow and we're gonna just die.
When I was painting, I was like, is this smart to like be using my arm muscles this much when I know that I'm going to like have my butt handed to me tomorrow?
Right,
but
exactly.
No biggie.
Right. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm drinking water. I'm thinking I'm so dehydrated. You always can tell. It's like, are you drinking enough water? I'm like, gosh, dang it. Am I like not moving well or something? You can tell. So, okay. All right, let's get back on track here. Okay, so I've got that message for you. So let's see. So the fourth thing is adding to your network. And I do want to spend some time doing this because I think it's a task that a lot of people forget to do because I think it's just Yeah, we do host to post, but in addition to that, because in host to post, you can't really, I mean, I guess you could, but I feel like when I'm adding friends organically, not through host to post, I get to decide like who I'm choosing to add. Right. So like you're giving yourself a little bit of that control. And then when they accept it, I'm like, heck yeah, they must have looked at my page. They see I'm normal. Right. But if they don't, then I know, okay, that's all good. On to the next one. Okay. So here's what I do though. There's two different, I think, did I add this? I did. Okay. So I wrote, add your network from Facebook, but I go through suggested friends. And if you guys have a different way of doing this on Facebook, please tell me. Like if it is host post, we already know that, but I'm talking about another way organically. If there's another way, I used to try to do friends that had like no mutual friends. I'm going to tell you right now, it didn't work out well for me. I don't know why, but if that is your jam and you just go add a friend that's not at all you don't have a mutual friend, try, like, if it works, keep doing it. Me, I just was adding so many friends. I'm like, all right, nobody's accepting it because they don't really see a mutual friend. I feel like when there's mutual friends, I have so much of a better people accepting it. I have so many more people accepting it. But if you have another tip, drop it. And then I also have for Instagram, you guys, I'm still learning Instagram. I feel like I'm a little baby and Lisa can probably help. I know Reels, you can have people start like following you, but if you want to follow other people, what I do that I have the best, like when I get people to actually follow me back is going to my followers and going to their friends list and following their friends. And this is going to sound weird. I don't know if what you guys do, you can share with me, but when I do that, I don't really try to follow people that have private pages because I don't know. I don't know. I can't see their stuff, but I guess I could. I don't know if you guys do that. If you do, drop in the chat. And if you have a good, like good turnout with that. So I just go and I follow and I like, because I can't go and like their stuff. So what I do is I'll go like and comment and then I'll follow them. And they love that. I'm gonna be honest, they'll follow me back. So if you want people to follow you back, I go to their page and if I like that, like I like what I'm seeing, I will go comment on a couple. I will like it. I will go to see if they posted a story and I will hit follow. And most of the time, not everybody, they will follow me back. Okay, so that's on Instagram. So let's spend a little bit of time doing that because I think, like I said, it is super important. And on Facebook, I do my suggested friends. I don't do ones that have like 30 though. Like if I have 30 mutual friends with someone, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. But if there's like one or two, it's fair game. But I do go look at their stuff. Like I go to their page. I don't know if you guys do that, but I do because host to post already does that for me. The other stuff, like where I'm not really looking, I'm just clicking and, sending them the coffee message or whatever. So if you have another way though, please share. But this is literally what I do.
One thing that I do,
Mhm.
which now that I'm thinking about it, just looking at who we have here might not work for everybody, but like you could do something similar, is I will go to my kids' school page, like their actual school page on Facebook. So, and like you can it doesn't even I mean, I don't know, my kids' school is a little bit different, but like, so like it's one huge prep school, but then there's a bunch of different locations and they're local, right? So I hit all of them. I hit the ones in Phoenix, the ones here in Goodyear, the ones in Scottsdale or Chandler or Mesa, like they're everywhere.
Mhm.
And just start going from there and like looking at the people that are interacting on there, because obviously then they're active on Facebook, but it could be like anything. It could be like your dentist, or it could be, I mean, that's not fun, but like, you know what I mean? Like your store down the street, or like your favorite home decor store, or your
Mhm.
favorite like local boutique or whatever. Especially if like you're wanting to grow like a local team, like you could focus on like local shops and stuff like that. But then I just go to whoever's interacting and whoever's like following them, and then I kind of go from there and like pick and choose who I'm going to send friend requests to.
Mhm.
So that's one thing. I know that like not all of you guys have babies yet, but that is one thing you could use that same, idea and just like tweak it a little bit.
I love that. I think that's so good.
I have an idea.
Oh, okay. Share it.
Well, I think we're still, because I did this for a while, like underestimating how effective Facebook groups are. Like I think Facebook has done a really good job in kind of narrowing people's interest down. So instead of being like mom group of mom of two, you can literally find like mom of two who loves this in this city. Like it's that very like condensed and concise. So also like going through and just writing down who you are and the things that you like. It sounds so cliche, but if you can really like narrow it down, like today I went and followed about 10 Trader Joe's groups, and each group, dude, you know, I'm cooking stuff from Trader Joe's now, but I genuinely love Trader Joe's though, and I love to see like what people are buying, and the whole store is orange at this point for fall and all pumpkin, but you'll see like different people. Oh, I bought maple butter. I'm like, what the hell is maple butter? But when you start interacting or really finding stuff that you really enjoy, like the grocery stores that you like, who you are as a person. So I'm Black, I'm Christian. Guess what? I can find a all girls Black Christian group. Like you can get that small in Facebook groups, and it's very interacting in those groups, like responding to people because they're genuine interests of yours, and then befriending those people. So you kind of build a relationship outside of your own page. I think the problem is, and the problem is like with all of us, it's just that time. It takes time to build those relationships. But finding something that you're already interested in, like really sit down and be like, what did I do today? What did I buy today? Like maybe it's a brand of something that you love. Like now I have a new brand of like leggings that I like. I'm going to go find those freaking girls that love those leggings. It's very small. So I felt like I was running out of people on my list, even though there's like 3,000 people. And like you said, Vanessa, once you go through one by one, you'll be like, what the heck? Why are you still here? And they'll be like friends who like 2014 and they haven't posted since 2012, and she's just sitting there taking up space, and you wonder why you're not getting interaction. Probably because there's a lot of duds in your friends list that you haven't figured out, and you don't even see them. You don't see her because she doesn't post. So it just going in and like daily, even Amanda, what's Amanda's last name? I can't pronounce her last name. But
Isn't it Busher, or am I saying it wrong? Oh God.
I say Amanda Boucher, but only because I've heard Cammie say it that way. That could be wrong too. Me and Cammie could both be wrong.
Oh my gosh. I probably been saying it wrong. Oh my God. That's so embarrassing.
She's at like 3,200, 3,500, maybe something like that, but she's not maxed out on Facebook. So that goes to show you, even when I went, I was like, dude, and how many is she bringing? Like 80 to 90 customers a month. Mm-hmm. And she does post to post over and over and over again. So you have to know that she's cleaning house daily.
Yes.
Daily, or she would run out of people. So I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned over this couple of months, is that you think people are watching, but those people are probably off Facebook. They're either in, or they're really just sharing things, and they're taking up space, and it's
not helping.
Replace them with active people to kind of help us out. Okay, that was my story.
I love it, Quita.
Your tribe on Facebook. There's literally commercials about Facebook groups now. Like there's so many groups to be a part of. You can find it.
Good job, Quita.
Mom. Like if you feel like you don't have any interest, type in boring mom. Pretty sure you'll find some more of those too. There's lots of people.
I love it. Quita loves Joe, just so you guys know. She'd be loving her Trader Joe's. That is so good, Quita, and it's so true. And I think so going through your friends list and just finding your people of those qualities that you wrote down, even if it's just the one quality, but also, like she said, weeding out the ones that aren't serving your social media anymore, because it doesn't serve anything. That's why she's saying like you don't get any engagement, because they're not even looking at it. They're not even on it. So you might as well just leave the space for somebody that can come in and really see what you have to offer. And that's beautiful, Quita. Honestly, that was so good. Okay. All right. So let's spend just a few minutes. Let's go look at our friends in just a really fast way, just so I could show you what I do. is, okay, so here's my Facebook. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, I can share. I have sharing capabilities. Hold the phone, please. Via cable, share. Okay. All right. So you guys, this is my, obviously, just my Facebook right when I open it. The little bottom bar where it says menu. I click on that. Whoops. I got to make sure that I'm right. You see this stuff. You go to friends, and like all of a sudden it's like people you may know. And it's all right there for you. Right. So obviously you see some guys there. I'm not gonna go even look at them because I want women on my page. I want to serve women, serve moms, serve just those are the people that I'm looking for. So like, for example, let's go to Holly Hypes, right? So first I look at their what they say, mama bear, boy mom, wifey, because sometimes a lot of them will say like oily mama, which is they're probably with doTERRA. I'm not gonna add those people. I'm gonna just be very honest with you. I'm not. You might, but I just don't. She has, so oh, look, unique products. Do you see her thing there? I'm not going to add her. So I'm going to get out because she has a business that she's also trying to run, right? Let's go to Lita Nunez. We have quite a bit of people. I really try to look at all my mutual. I click on mutual because I don't want to add friends of my fellow It Works distributors. I just won't do it. Right. So make sure that you're doing that too, just for common courtesy. So, okay. So I'm seeing there's nobody that I know from It Works on here. And I'm going to go look at her page. Right. She doesn't have a little cover on there. I see, okay, maybe she's a mom or I don't know yet. Let's find out. Okay, so she likes to go out and have fun, looks like. Well, see, you can't see some of the stuff's from 2018. But what I do look for is just to make sure that she's not putting like, I don't know, just bad vibes. And I don't see that at all. I see like, she loves her man, which is awesome, right? She's in a committed relationship, which is good. Okay, so whatever. I'm gonna add her. She might want some coffee, right? Or maybe she wants to make some extra money. So this is how I go through it, you guys. Carmen, there's 2 people. She's a photographer. And then I go to the 2 mutual. I make sure, okay. And then I look at it looks like she has an open page. So she's a mom, right? So this is literally what I do, you guys. So she's got the qualities that I'm looking for. And again, it doesn't have to be all of them, but at least something that strikes my interest. Maybe what I do will strike her interest. So I'll probably go and add her as a friend. And again, you guys, they may not add you back. It looks like she is a photographer, but hey, maybe she wants to enter into our host to post. She's probably going to put good content out there, right? Because she's a mom and all that good stuff. So it'd be fun to just follow her. So that's pretty much what I do, right? So you kind of get the idea. And then like Lisa was saying on Instagram, just a fast tip. And Lisa, if you want to share anything, you can too, but I'll go to wow. Do you guys see that? This meme or whatever up on my screen. What is happening? Okay. All right. So if you want to, Lisa, tell me if oh, look, that is absolutely adorable. Okay. So I'm going to go back to this person in a little bit, but I would totally comment on this because it is just so amazing. So cute, right? But to go find those boutiques that Lisa was talking about, Lisa, you can pop in if I'm like not doing this right, but you can go here. You can type in the boutique name too, right? Let's figure out one. What should I do? Do you know one off the top of your head?
Let me even see if this is, hold on. I have a few of them. I saved their posts in an album.
Smart.
Just so I can like go back to it.
Right.
Okay, so for example, this one's in Arizona. If you type in junkie trunk.
Like junkie, like this?
No, with the Y, I'm sorry.
Okay. Junkie.
Y.
There you go right here, Lisa.
Yeah, that's like a local one. that you
Okay.
can go to, and you can like look at your last previous or their last previous ones, and then go to like 211 likes.
That's awesome.
Right. That was like how long ago was that?
Oh, let's see. Yeah, if it's like from 2017. Okay,
Oh,
so
dang, this
is
one's from
over
yeah,
a
that's an
year
old
ago.
one.
It's old. Okay, so let's find another one real quick. Let me go back here. Let me see. What other one could we do? You have another one?
Yeah, this is a hair girl.
Okay.
So type in hair junkie. See if that comes up. This is a local person to me.
Is it a Y too?
No, it's an IE right there, the very first one.
Oh, shoot. This one right here?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And
All
this
right,
one's in Goodyear. So you can't, oh no, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. Go back. It
shoot,
was
sorry.
the very first one that
Let me go back.
right there, that one. The top one.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah, so this is a local one, and she's here in
awesome.
Goodyear, which I live in Goodyear,
Right.
and Vanessa lives in Goodyear. So this would be, I think, Shawnee. Oh, well, Shawnee lives in Avondale, which is like 2 streets away.
Super close.
But you know what I
Right.
mean? And there's tons of them. You do your hair girl. Like obviously I have my own hair girl, but like you can do your hair girl. You could do, you know, whoever you want, your nail girl. I've gotten so many people. Shawnee, you're one of them that have followed me from my nail girl.
See?
And I will, anytime like someone has like, if your hair girl has a big following, you can make a cute reel that you know that they would share, right? About like your before process, middle process, after process, right? They're going to want the exposure. They're going to share it. When they share it, then their people, all of their followers will see you too. And so I kind of just do those kinds of things. I feel like to what Quita said too about groups, it's so smart, like so smart, especially because there's everything has like a freaking niche now, like everything
you can think of, huh?
Everything.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Super specific.
Right. So like she was saying, like, so this is Lena, right? You can go to her likes. You can see the likes right there. There's 85 likes. And you can just start going through some people, right? So probably a lot of them will be hairstylists, but that's okay because you can hit up their network too.
Right. And I did hair for years and years and years. So also that's another reason why I like to add people who do hair, because I know the grind, I know the hustle, I know the hours, I know the time away it takes from your family.
Right.
I've been there, I lived that. So like that's one thing that I obviously relate to, but like you can do it with so many different things.
Exactly. So like you can come see, I try to, it depends on their cap, like their little caption. If it's good, I'll go follow them. But if it's, I mean, that was good, but I'm just saying, like, I like to follow ones that I can go and, here, we'll just go to her. Okay. So I don't know if she's a hairstylist, but like I go to their stories. Oh shoot, she speaks Spanish. So for those that speak Spanish, this is more thing. Right. So you can go check out her page or, you know, and see the last time she's 383 likes. That's so bomb. Like, so that's how, and so what I do just as an example is I'll go like look, she's speaking English there. See, I could probably go comment on it. So I'll like it, but then I'll also take the time to actually comment on it because they'll get a notification. They feel important. They feel like you're watching, and that is just how you build people up, right? So that's what I do, you guys. And I hit the follow button after I do that. And probably 7 to 8 times out of 10, they'll follow me back. But you have to spend intentional time on it. Okay, let me stop sharing. Does that help you guys? Does that help with being genuine and finding your people to join you? Because when we're only focusing on getting one, like how awesome would it be to have this list of bad ASS people you want on your team that you can just go and just love on them every day, and obviously love on other people too, but I'm just saying, like, get to know them and get in their inboxes, and then you're not going to feel weird about messaging them because it's genuine and it's real and raw of what Riley would want, what Lisa would want, what Quita, Ronnie, you know what I mean? Like it's what you want. So I hope that helps. Is there anything else that you want to add, you guys.
Send host to post money.
Yes, Quita, I reminded them in the beginning too that our starting is 15 and we're trying to hit 400 if we can. So fingers crossed. Send your money. You guys, host a post is so good for your customers. Again, it's also good for growing your team. But that's why I love this task of going through your friends list, because you can weed out some of those people that probably aren't going to serve your biz at all, right? I have a lot of those that I still need to work through, but I'm also finding some absolute gems that I probably added a long time ago. But since the algorithm's all jacked up and I don't spend my time looking at my friends list all the time because I was so busy busy doing other things that weren't serving me, I'm missing out on those people. So I hope that helps. Okay, so let's see, Riley. I'm searching a couple of places I plan to visit next month. Yes, that's so good. So Riley said she's searching a couple of places that she plans on visiting. That's so smart. Okay. Oh my gosh, Ronnie, was it that photo of that lady with the broom? Like what? I was just like, oh, that's great. Right on Zoom, on record, it's fine. That is so funny. I'm dying. I can't unsee it either. It's so funny. Okay, you guys. Well, that's all I have. If you have anything else, you can add it. I hope that you learned a little bit of something tonight. It just makes me so excited that we can find our perfect people that we want to just grow our business with. You are welcome. You are absolutely welcome. And I guess family call is going to be starting. So I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome night. And I'll see you guys soon. All right. Bye, you guys.